Hey Lodi residents and friends of social media, Lieutenant Mobilio here from the Lodi Police Department, and welcome to the Lodi Show, episode number 10. And today we are joined with our special guest, Michelle Valerio, by the way of Val.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
I'm glad you came in.
Yeah.
Val is a Lodi resident as a transplant from Patterson, and we're going to get to meet her and we're going to get to learn how she came about coming to Lodi and a couple of the foundations that she works for. And then she's actually going to entertain us today, and she's going to sing a couple of songs to us in Spanish. Okay, we know how diversified Lodi has become, so Val was nice enough to step up and sing a few songs to us in Spanish. So I hope you enjoy the show. All right, Val, so like we said, welcome. I'm glad you are here, and
Thank you.
thanks for coming in.
Anytime.
So I already said Patterson, that you were originally from Patterson.
Yes.
You were born and raised in Patterson?
Yes, I was born there in St. Joseph's, and then I was raised in Puerto Rico, and then I came back here when I was 7, and I went straight to Patterson. Mm-hmm.
So your family roots are of Puerto Rican descent?
Puerto Rican and Dominican. I'm both. My dad is Dominican, my mom's Puerto Rican.
Okay, and you lived in Puerto Rico too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived in Arecibo. Mm-hmm.
And how did you find your way from Patterson to Puerto Rico to Lodi? How'd you come about getting
Yeah,
to
right?
how'd you get to come to live in Lodi?
It's a funny story, but yeah, I guess independence got me here. You know, being brought up in Patterson, it's kind of hard, you know, with the hardships as well, as everyone knows. So my mom was a single mom. She couldn't do no more. So I've been independent. And when I did, I moved out of Patterson, went to Eldon, then found my way to Lodi, had 2 roommates at 23. And I just like the atmosphere here. It's a small town. There's no hustle and bustle past 10 o'clock at night. I kind of was not used to it at first, but then I got used to it because the streets were active at 3 in the morning in Patterson. So you hear a yo or something in the background, but it was just a good energy, good times. I haven't gotten anything bad or wrong here. I don't see anything going on in Lodi, but yeah.
So you said to me earlier that you lived in Lodi and then you moved out of Lodi, and now you're back in Lodi. So where actually are you living in Lodi? Without giving out your address, naturally.
Yeah, I know, right? That would be bad. But I live on Prospect, and I've been there now going on a couple months. Before that, I was in Cali.
California?
Yes. I was in Cali and then Garfield. So.
So you kind of been a little bit all over.
Yes, okay. Anywhere that the music leads me, you know.
Now we met through, I guess, a mutual friend of yours or acquaintance or boyfriend, Joe Fucarino, correct?
Yes, Joe Fucarino.
Now Joe and yourself are involved in a couple of different foundations that you both have going. Joe is here today. So you're involved in some foundations. Let's talk a little bit about the foundations and what they are, you know, and how someone maybe can get involved in it and what their purpose is, what the general purpose of these foundations are. So let's start off with a couple that you're involved in.
So the couple that I'm involved in, and Joe Fucarino is my business partner as well. So he's been actually doing this longer than I have, and he's been a Lodi resident since he was born. So I don't know. But yeah, he has.
If I can just, I believe, Joe, and you can maybe say on the side that you were born and raised in DeVries Park, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so he's from DeVries. Joe is
from DeVries.
Your business partner, and he is from DeVries Park here in Lodi.
And he knows this town. Like, I was joking around with him, but like I could literally like be on the passenger side and he'll just wave to everybody like, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Joe?" And everybody's just saying, "All right."
Well, that's part of being Lodi too.
Exactly.
Like you said, a small town.
It's a small town. You feel
Yes.
welcomed. You feel that warmth and that love. But he has 2 foundations, and I have 1, and we kind of coexist with each other. Jersey Media is a marketing agency, so for any business storefronts, or let's say if you're a personal trainer and you want to get your information out there, or you're an MUA, makeup artist, and you just don't know how to brand yourself, you don't have a logo, that's where Jersey Media comes in. We build you a logo, we get you the followers, we'll do direct marketing for clients to make sure that your traffic is going to increase and the volume will come to your door. So that's what Jersey Media is all about. And then we have 2 podcasts under that Jersey Media production, because we do record podcasts. So if you have a podcast or a radio station, no worries. Jersey Media can come to your home and we can record for you, provide all the equipment, the camera work for you, and even edit for you. And that's like the whole perk of it. And Therapy Without a Degree is under Jersey Media with all of the production that we do for everyone else. And same thing with Reflections with Val, which is my music therapy show. And Therapy Without a Degree is basically an unconventional therapy show. So if you need to reflect, or you have some time down to wind down through your day, or maybe you wake up and you need something to just clear your mind, you want to play a podcast where you feel related, you feel like you're not alone, these are the podcasts to listen to, because that's what we talk about. We talk about emotional awareness, and then mine talks about what song would benefit depression, or what song would benefit someone who's going through anxiety, because we don't want to listen to metal if we're going through anxiety. I mean, it's going to increase our anxiety a little bit more. But we can listen to like some Belle Biv DeVoe or something and get out of our mind a little bit. So that's what the shows are about,
Okay. So, like I said earlier, you are here to entertain us too today. You're going to sing a couple songs in Spanish and I believe one in English?
Yes.
Okay. So, a little bit about your musical background, like who are some of the people that you listen to, and what music what influences you, and how did you come about singing, and some of those things like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking, actually. But singing was something that I never wanted to do. It was kind of like my fifth grade teacher made us all sing in class, and like I was the loudest one out of all of them. And she said, I want you to sing again. I want you to sing again. And I was like, I'm not singing in front of anyone. Like, you're not going to have me sing. I had stage fright. And that was when I started singing. But by myself, I would sing to myself. I would make sure no one's home. And then I would just mess around with sounds in my room. And, oh, that sounded good. And my musical inspiration that I always try to like sound like was Christina Aguilera or Selena. They were the ones that really touched me. I think when Christina Aguilera came out with Beautiful, like that song alone healed so many people from a lot of insecurities and a lot of pain, self-confidence. So I just felt like her voice was so soulful that I just wanted to emulate that. I was like, that's such a power. And the same thing with Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, like they come in and they're going to give you a show, like it's not going to be like Absolutely. No mediocre or maybe I need help with some backup. Like they can do it all by themselves. So that genre, like I love it. Like anything with soul, R&B, jazz, that ignited something inside me that I was like, I want to do this full time.
I want to say, I think when we first met, because I had seen clips of you singing, I think I told you sounded like Pink to me.
Yeah.
I think because she's also a very soulful, powerful singer too, Pink, and I kind of I thought that you had that Pink sound to you, but yeah, beautiful.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I love her too.
And when you're not performing or you're not singing, what music do you listen to on your own? Like, what personal music do you listen to? Are there any like contemporary artists? Well, you just mentioned a few today, but besides maybe contemporary artists, how about some artists from the past? Do you listen to anything?
Of course,
yeah.
I do. I love Ella Fitzgerald. I love Etta James. I love the Beatles. I just find inspiration off anybody that comes from that era.
Right.
80s.
Right.
70s, like all of that is where I live. And then right now, currently, I love Layla Hathaway. I think she's absolutely a powerhouse. Her father was Donny Hathaway, for crying out loud. So I look up to her. I just feel like who can scat through a whole song and not have any lyric besides Ella Fitzgerald?
Right.
You don't really have that kind of talent or that time of talent anymore because people just want to instant gratification. We can put on a show. We paid for this ticket. You need to put on the show on the time that we want it. And people like Nina Simone, she would take her time. She would even arrive late. She you guys came to pay to see me. You guys are going to work on my time. I don't care. You guys will wait all night. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to do what I love, and I have respect for that. Whereas for now, we're kind of losing that.
Well, I would say a lot of the music today is electric music. I mean, a lot of it's not even real guitars, not real drums. I mean, it's all computer generated music. So, I mean, when you talk about especially Ella Fitzgerald, I mean, those artists played to musicians. I mean, those guys knew how to compose. They knew how to play their instruments. Where today, a lot of it is generated through computers. I'm sure you would agree with that.
Yeah, I
as
agree.
you know,
I
like
agree.
a lot of the music today.
Like
So
Ray
I mean,
Charles is good. All of that. I mean, all because it had realism, like
yes,
physical instruments on it.
right.
And there's only like two people right now in the industry that are going back to that, and that's Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, yeah. My son is in love with his new. I don't know if you heard his new album.
Yeah.
My son is absolutely in love with that album.
I'm telling you.
And then in the country wise, I'm not big country guy, but in country, I know Zach Brown is that those guys. I mean, they play their instruments, top shelf. Yeah. So you hear that. Before we do go, is I know we talked about Lodi and it being a small community. You enjoy that. What is it really about besides just being a small community? How do you enjoy? And we spoke a little bit about Joe, how everybody is friendly with each other,
Yes.
and is that what draw you to stay in Lodi, and how Lodi is now part of you? Correct?
Yes, it is now part of me. I enjoy Lodi because the people here are welcoming. Like I said, I don't feel like an outsider, which is important.
Sure.
Like
Absolutely.
if you're coming from another town and you're crossing through, you don't want to feel like an outsider.
Right.
So I don't think I get that vibe from Lodi. Right. It's very quiet, and you think that there's nothing going on, but there is.
Yeah.
There's like a party going down over there down the block, and you're invited and you're welcomed. Like,
Right.
Whereas for in Patterson, it's not like it wasn't like that. It was just you had to be on your feet. I couldn't just walk down the street and not be on alert. I can do that here. I can walk down the street and not be on alert or think like someone's gonna come up behind me,
Right.
or someone's gonna steal my purse, or a little kid is probably gonna take something from 7-Eleven. Like, you don't get those things often. So that's what I do enjoy about this town.
Yeah.
And I love how you guys have community events.
Yes. Well, you came to the feast, St. Joseph's
Exactly.
Feast.
I didn't know that they had a St. Joseph's Feast here.
Right.
This is the 104th. So, like, I was there and I was like, this is so cute that the town, like, I was literally like, the town is doing this for the citizens. Like, and he was just like, yeah, this happens every year or whatever.
Well,
And I
if
was
you're from
just like-
Lodi, it is a Lodi custom, is the
It's
St.
the
Joseph's
feast.
Feast, yes,
And
absolutely.
is it an Italian feast or like?
It is an Italian feast, yes.
Yeah, I was going there every day to get some Zeppelis. At first, I started with 6 and I went to 12. I was like, I don't know how we got here, guys, but yeah, definitely enjoy that. And then you guys had a community event, and you guys are having more community
Yes.
events here
Yes.
in the park.
Yep.
So I like that too. We don't have that much going on in Patterson like that because it's obviously not safe, one. And then like two, it's like we only do it for the holidays.
Right.
For like Christmas, and we walking down a parade or something, but we won't ever like have shows for the community.
Right.
And I think that brings unity
Absolutely.
in a community.
Absolutely.
So I like that a lot. Yeah.
And I'm sure now with Hurricane Ida, I'm sure you saw the devastation that Lodi, growing up in Lodi, that's, common for a person like me to see flooding. I mean, if you're new to Lodi and you see the devastation that it's actually created, it's pretty
But
substantial.
You guys bounced back pretty fast.
Yes.
You guys didn't waste no time, didn't linger on that flood, not once. So,
No.
like, kudos. Did you guys have to be out there to help?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
We
Thank
were all
you.
out there. The fire department, the ambulance corps, the police department, everybody was out there, trying to assist and getting people try to
We
help.
actually had a friend out there that we helped run their business, Napoli.
Yeah.
And literally, like, he was just coming out of work and the water was submerging his car as he was going to turn it on to leave.
Yeah, and as I saw on
Yeah.
on Joe's site that he did something with Napoli Pizza to promote her business there.
Mhm.
And before we end,
Mhm.
I just want to say, how does somebody go about getting in touch with either yourself or Joe with regards to those foundations or those companies to get maybe their business or their podcast or whatever they want to promote? How do they go
course.
about?
You can basically just contact us through our emails. We do have like literally all of our emails attached to all of our social media platforms. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok at this point. So you could follow our platforms there as on Reflections with Val or Therapy Without a Degree, and then just message us or direct message us, email us, and then tell us what you want help with, and we'll be able to better assist the situation, make ourselves available, and make sure that your needs are met as well as ours. So it's just a matter of being creative, being authentic, being open to all things for your business, and being able to trust us to be able to outlive the vision even more brighter. So it's not a matter of changing anything. So yeah, just hit us up and we'll help you out.
All right. Again, Val, I want to just say thank you for coming in, and you're going to get ready to entertain us. All right, Lodi, stay tuned, and Val is going to come up again, and she's going to entertain us with some music. So stay tuned. All right, Lodi, and now for our entertainment, we have Michelle Valerio. Val's going to sing a few songs for us. Come on in, Val.
Hello.
All you, Val.
Thank you. I appreciate this. And yes, before I sing this song is called I Know Where I've Been. And the reason why I sang it is because a lot of us went through a lot in 9/11. 9/11 is tomorrow. It is September 10th. So this is the dedication to all of us who went through those dark times and needed to find a light in that. So go ahead. There's a light in the darkness, though the night is black as my skin. There's a cry asking why. I pray the answer's up ahead, but I know where I've been. There's a cry in the distance. It's a voice that comes from deep within. There's a cry asking why. I pray the answer's up ahead, but I know where I've been. There's a road we must travel, lost so many on the way, though the riches will be plenty, worth the price we had to pay. There's a dream, oh yeah, in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. There's that cry in our hearts, 'cause I know struggle that we have yet to win. There's that pride in our hearts to lift us up till tomorrow. The justice sit still would be our sin. Lord knows I know where I've been. Espíritu, ven. Haz lo que quieras hacer y derrama, oh Dios, una nueva unción sobre esta nación. Ven, Espíritu, ven. Haz lo que quieras hacer y derrama, oh Dios, una nueva unción sobre esta nación. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria aquí. Oh, ven, haz lo que quieras hacer y derrama, Dios, una nueva unción sobre esta nación. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria aquí. Oh, sobre mí, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Toma todo el control, toma esta nación. Hace falta tu dirección, oh Señor. Toma tu posición, toma tu creación. Declaramos que abre los cielos, Dios. Toma todo el control, toma tu creación. Declaramos que abre los cielos, Dios. Toma tu posición, toma tu creación. Declaramos que abre los cielos, abre los cielos, oh Señor. Abre los cielos, oh Señor. Toma todo el control, toma esta nación. Hace falta tu dirección, oh Señor. Toma tu posición, toma tu creación. Declaramos que abre los cielos, Dios. Abre los cielos. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria. Abre los cielos, Dios, y que caiga tu lluvia de gloria aquí. There you go. Thank you. Little personal crowd. I don't mind it.
All right, Lodi. And now for your final song, gonna be Val. All right, Val, take it over.
Hello. Thank you again for having me. And this last song, I want to give a little rumba to the sounds, okay? And it's going to be a very Hispanic pivotal point. Singer, her name is Selena. It's Bidi Bidi Bam Bam. So whenever you're ready. Let's do cada vez que lo veo pasar, me corazón que enloquece y me empieza a palpitar. Biri biri bamba, se emociona, ganó la zona, no lo puedo controlar. Biri biri bam bam, se emociona, ganó la zona y me empieza a cantar, me canta así, así, biri biri bam bam, biri biri bam bam, biri biri bam bam, biri biri bam bam, biri 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 bam bam, biri 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 biri, cada vez que lo oigo hablar, me tiemblan hasta las piernas y mi corazón igual. Biri biri bamba, me se emociona, ganó la zona, no lo puedo controlar. Biri biri bamba, me se emociona, ganó la zona y me empieza a cantar, me canta así, así, biri biri bamba, biri biri bamba, biri biri bamba, biri biri bamba, biri 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 bamba, biri 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 biri, yeah, put it in the come on, hey, yeah. Cuando escucho esta canción, mi corazón quiere cantar así. Me canta así, cada vez que lo veo pasar. Mi corazón se enloquece cada vez que lo veo pasar y me empieza a palpitar. Así. Thank you guys.
Val, thank you so much for coming in. And I'd like to present you with our Lodi Police Department Challenge coin. Again, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Lodi, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have a talent, if you can sing, play guitar, play any instrument for that matter of fact, and you want to come in and entertain the citizens of Lodi, contact me. My numbers will be listed at the end of this video. All right, Lodi, stay safe, stay Lodi strong. God bless you all, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.